Alright, Bigboysbushcraft back again. Today I wanted to do another video. This one's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be about any projects really. I wanted to show you what I carry every day. My EDC. I do some prepping. I have a vehicle ready for that. And I'm trying to get a lot more skills developed for outdoors and being able to create my own items and bushcrafting and woodcrafting in general. But I'll show you what's going on in my EDC. First, let's start with my wallet. Regular stuff in the wallet. My scuba dive cards, etc., identification. The only interesting part about this is that in one of the sleeves I do carry a Forensial lens. I am in Florida, which means this should be able to give me fire regardless of anything pretty much, because it will magnify and it will start fire. My keys, I do have a fire starter. This is actually a really thick, decent one, but I did pick it up at a flea market, again, a couple of bucks. Went to, I believe, Advanced Auto Parts. They have snap-on little folding knife. I did have to take all the screws out, Loctite them down, and put them back on. I have one of these quick releases, so I can easily take it on and off and use it on the fire starter. I also have a can opener. I believe this is a P51. You can pick these up at the Army Navy store for, 2 for $1, 4 for $1 sometimes. That's on the keys. Now this, I'm gonna probably get a lot of gripes from the people that really like knives and they're really good gurus, and people that think, knives have to be expensive to be useful. This is a Praetorian clone. It's not the real one. I understand that. And some people don't like that. But when I saw it, I liked the design. I liked the features. But I was not going to spend $1,600 on a knife. This one gets used. I'm not afraid of using it. That's just, I'm not going to worry about losing a $1,600 knife out of my pocket, because that costs more than my truck does. So, if I did budget bushcraft and I was going to put a $1,600 knife in here, it wouldn't be budget anymore. So again, this is a clone. I'm not saying you should go buy a clone, but this is what I found. This was again at the flea market. I actually liked the design and bought it before I knew what a Praetorian was. So I'm still using it. As my friend said, it doesn't matter if it's a $1,600 knife or a $30 clone. If the metal is good, the parts are good. Again, I had to take these out and put Loctite on them all. But the only difference between American made and made in China are where it's located. They're using the same exact CNC machines to make this as they do in America. The machines are made in Japan. So if there's really an issue with where things were located, you wouldn't be buying a $1,600 knife if all the components for that machine are made by Simmons, made by things like that, that source all their parts from another country. So that's just my thing on that. This is my EDC pouch, Maxpedition pouch. Slides in and out of your pocket, has MOLLE clips, MOLLE adapters on here. I actually use this to attach to my bug out vest if I ever had to. Inside, Leatherman Wave, again, paid $3 for this. Really works really nice. Got it at the flea market. Actual Leatherman wave. Mini mag light. Takes the little tiny AA batteries, I believe, or AAA. I think it's AA though. I did the LED conversion on it. It's actually pretty bright. Fits in this case well. That's why I'm using it. I do have brighter flashlights than that. This I picked up yesterday. It's an Uncle Henry knife. Picked it up for $3. Still working it out. It was froze up, so I am working on getting all the knife blades out. Each blade was chipped, so I did have to do some reprofiling. I have the profile that I put on there, but threw it under a work sharp, got it really nice and sharp. Works well for this pack. Just a 3x5 memo book. You can get those at Walmart for 69 cents. This one has seen water a little bit, but I'm not going to buy a Write and Rain for that right now. You know, $12 for a memo book I'm going to fill up. Not really worth it. Start with this. This is Allergy Attack Relief on the Go. I have a lot of people around me that have allergies. I'm in Florida. Some people have allergies to shellfish that I'm around. Some people have allergies to mangoes or different things along those lines. Who knows what you're going to get stung by out in the woods. So this is good. This is a powder. So if they can't swallow tablets, then you can just put this powder, mix it with water, or you can just have them ingest this on their tongue. Magnifying glass for starting fires. Again, I'm in Florida. This works really well. The glass magnifying lens, but it hasn't broke yet. A couple of pens. These are for the notebook. My little first aid kit. Some handy wipes, some bandages. The pink pills in the back are my allergy pills. They're just some cheapy ones, but the thing about allergy pills is they all work the same. Black Bic lighter I have as well. I did have an orange little mini Bic in here. I don't know where it's at. Bic lighters, that's something I don't script on. I've run into issues where you get like the Dollar Tree lighters and you go to flick it and the entire guts fall out of it. Little ferricium rod in there, everything like that, the flint striker, and you can't find those in the woods. Once that goes, it's done. There's a video by Dave Canterbury right now showing if you got one of these and it's out of fluid, you actually shave it down on the side, and the plastic itself can actually be ignited pretty well. You actually use the little tiny mini ferro rod in there as well. So that's something to look up if you want to. Like I said, I usually have a little orange Bic, but I did go out camping and I even lost the orange Bic. When you pack a lighter, I know everybody's trying to be tactical. That's the new thing. Let me do camouflage lighters out in the woods. If it's in this pack, that's pretty low profile. So I'm not worried about having a camouflage lighter. Like I said, I had a bright orange one and it got lost. So if this was a camouflage or green or like this one's black, this can get lost a lot easier. I'm replacing that pretty soon. But I just wanted to do a little bit of my EDC. I do have a watch that has a built-in compass. I believe this is the Casio one. That was a birthday present. So again, just take a look, see what you got. Doesn't have to be expensive. I've probably got less than $70 in my entire EDC. The main thing is having things when you need it. Don't underestimate the power of allergy medications. I've run into too many situations where someone starts to have an allergic reaction. There's nothing that you can do immediately to solve that. Once it's started, it's over. If their throat closes up, yeah, you might be able to take out your Leatherman and, pop a hole in their throat and put in a trach. But why would you even want to get to that point? You can buy these at Walmart for about $1. You can pay $1.29. Just keep it on you. Keep it in, your EDC. Keep one in the truck. And that's the thing is, just like with first aid, you don't buy the things because you want to use them. I've never once said to my girlfriend, hey, you know what, I want to buy this, and I want to cut myself, 4 inches deep and 6 inches long because I need to try out these gauze rolls and pads. Nope. You buy the things because you hope that you will never need them. And that's the strange thing about, anything when it comes to medical. Diarrhea medication. You hope you don't have it out in the woods. But if you do, you're going to be glad you had it. So, again, that's my EDC. That's a little bit of tips for everyone. Again, thank you for tuning in to Big Boys Bushcraft. You have a great day. Alright, just as a side note, I remembered what I was going to say earlier. It's kind of interesting. I walked around, I believe it is Family Dollar, and at the checkout, they have an option to do pay with PayPal. A lot of companies are doing this now. You can pay with PayPal at Family Dollar and also Home Depot that I have found. Now, that's at the ATM. That's at the checkout. You use your keypad and everything on there. The process for that, I believe, from what the guy was explaining to me, was you set up a PayPal and you have a vendor code. You tie it to your phone number, whether that be your cell phone or anything like that. The awesome part about this is that from a prepping standpoint, now, a lot of people assume prepping means, everybody else's crap has hit the fan. What if just your crap has hit the fan? Let's say I don't have this. Let's say I don't have my keys. Lost my knife. Lost my wallet and all identification. How are you going to survive the day? Granted, you could ask people for help. Okay, fine. But what if, let's say, you can go into Family Dollar or Home Depot and grab, bag of chips, drink, water, your bare essentials, some tools, things along those lines, and without any identification at all, walk up to the register, put in your phone number, put in your PayPal authorization code, and walk out with those items. That would make your situation you're in a heck of a lot better. Whether it be clothes and socks and, a pocket knife or, just imagine the things that Home Depot has. Imagine the things that the Family Dollar have. Would that put you in a lot better situation if you at least had those items? Because you can rebuy everything out of your EDC right in a Family Dollar. You might have to think outside of the box a little bit, but when it comes to medications, allergy medications, pocket knives, tools, lighters, lighter fluid, hot dogs, whatever you would need, even canned goods, things along those lines. If you have lost your wallet, the whole 9 yards, let's say there's a fire, and you lost everything in your house. All you had was the pajamas on your back. If you can go outside and you can get to your vehicle and you can drive down the road to Family Dollar, or if you walked down the road to Family Dollar or Home Depot, let's say Family Dollar, you could get, at least stuff that you would need to eat that day. That's if you have money in your PayPal account. Some PayPal accounts will take it directly out of your bank account if you have it set up that way. So again, this is something that I thought about that I haven't seen anybody else really bring up from a prepping standpoint, and it's definitely something that needs to be looked into, because it might not be everybody else that has that disaster. It might be localized to you and your family. This will assist in that. So just something to think about. Again, this is Big Boy Bushcraft. Have a great day.